Now, I feel like marriages can clearly test not just your patience, but your ability to breathe. You know, when someone in a marriage just makes you want to hold your breath for 10 seconds before you do something silly, that is what marriages can do to you. But at the same time, they can put you in a situation where you are so happy, you really just want to stay in your cocoon forever. Now, based off of the kind of partner that you have, you may have either of these marriages, and based on the length of time that you may have been together, you may be at either of these stages, okay? Now, marriages are difficult. Yes, I cannot speak from a point of experience, but I can definitely speak from a point of observation, right? And a lot of the marriages that I've seen seem to have, especially with men who are currently 60, going on 50, 55, uko kusonga mpaka 60. Those men have done some weird things to our mothers. Those men have been the ones who we are all trying to recover traumas from. And yes, it can be difficult for a child of that kind of marriage to recover. But what about the parents? How do you deal with a toxic and almost difficult mental health space within your marriage?
Girl, I feel like you painted a bad picture about marriage because let me tell you, there are success stories, okay?
Yeah.
There are beautiful marriages out here. There are marriages that are thriving, and it's not all marriages that actually experience infidelity, okay? And I think we a bit normalized infidelity in marriage to a point that it became, he cheated, well and good. It's marriage, it happens.
It's like a milestone.
Exactly.
Oh, he's already
Let me hit
cheated.
the milestone,
Check.
yeah, check. Our marriage will be stronger forever. But I feel like there are also very good marriages that you can emulate from. Marriages that are thriving, okay?
Obama and Michelle.
Exact. Okay, that's another thing. That's just superhero stuff. Okay, they're just marriages that are thriving and they're very good. And some of the tips that these marriages, okay, they even do these funny videos and we laugh about it. Oh, so cute. Number one, stop wasting time over analyzing everything. This might be the reason I'm not married because me,
Same.
personally, I will overthink.
He breathes
stuff,
funny.
Okay? Okay, I will overthink. He comes late by like 30 seconds or 30 minutes. I'm like, should I go calculate the miles on your car and see? Should I go do the math? You did not say I love you in the morning. I started thinking about it. Probably you were late or you're just in a hurry to leave the house. But me overanalyzing those small things. Let me tell you, you're gonna die. You're gonna die of stress. And my mom used to say the same thing. I do not think about these small things. I don't give them the time of day because if I start to, I'm going to die here. You're going to bury me, and another woman is
Will
going to
come and
here.
replace me.
And you're going to call her step mommy, okay? You will not finish me. So just don't over analyze the small things that happen. If it's something you have a problem with, ask. Have a even if it's difficult. Oh, by the way, your boxers were inside out. What was the reason? Okay, why were your boxers inside? Was it like that since morning, or did something happen? Because we had the Ogobino story, okay?
We
Now
did.
we have to look at our
We
partner's
did.
boxers. Are they the same way, or are they inside out?
Hilarious, hilarious. Another one is do not stick to the past. And honestly, I feel like this will be the death of me. And here is actually, I am calling you out. Look, me, I cannot live without cuddles. I don't know. I can look over so many things. I can I can resonate with, I can understand, I can fathom many things, but you do not cuddle me when we're going to bed, it's a problem.
That's it.
And unfortunately, it builds up. So you didn't do it today, you didn't do it yesterday, you didn't do it the day before. What is going on? And I will keep coming back to this one thing and causing so many problems because of one thing. Other things doesn't matter. Cuddles. Cuddles, my friend, I'm calling you out, you're in trouble. However, it really shouldn't be a thing of like you're putting down a list of this is what you did yesterday, this is what you did today, this is what. You shouldn't do that simply because it's storing information that now makes it look like a negative thing. You're now collecting data that is going to be used as, we just looked at it.
Weaponized.
No. Bias.
Confirmation
Bias. Exactly. So basically, what you're doing is you have all of these predispositions to have a problem coming up, and every time you add onto that pile, then you're just pretty much confirming this particular issue that you think exists. It may not even exist. So forget about the past, talk about it, inform them of what they did in order for it not to be a recurring issue, but don't dwell on it.
And another thing, complete yourself first. And I'm gonna keep saying this until you people understand. You don't expect your partner to make you happy.
Nope.
You make yourself happy.
Yep.
You go out there and find things that spark joy in your life, and then you come back to your marriage, okay? Don't be those people who are dependent on everyone around you to make you happy. When you yourself don't make yourself happy, how do you expect another human being battling their own problems, having their own situations, to deal with their own and then come and make you happy? Is that not unfair?
It's really
so
unfair.
You need to complete yourself first. You need to find things to fill your time with. You need to pursue your careers, pursue your goals, go on those bucket list things, find things that bring you joy, and then come back to your marriage. Don't expect your husband, your Kamau, to go anaenda kuweka lori ya cement. Kamau is always business minded. He's always thinking about his plot, his nini, and then he comes home and he's supposed to make you happy. And he's supposed to come and give you a joke or do something in your love language. All these expectations of others when you're not doing it for yourself is unrealistic.
It really, really is, and it causes an even bigger issue, which we're going to address in a bit. You know how people keep saying my well is running low? It is such an important thing for you to fill up your well, because the moment, if you're both in the same situation, this is your well, this is his well, and every time you're over here and he comes home and you have to give him some, it takes away from this. And in the same way, if it is the complete opposite, your well is low, his well is really high, he has to come down and always he's the one filling you up. You cannot be that person who is constantly making their partner feel low. You cannot be the person who takes away the joy. You cannot be a Debbie Downer all the time. As in, just find ways to deal with your own anxieties, deal with your own insecurities, deal with your own personal issues, and not making them a Debbie Downer all the time. Immediately your partner comes home, the first thing you're telling them, baby, today I lost my job, and the reason why I lost my job, and I don't understand. It can't always be a bad thing. There has to be something good that's happening in your life. Try and find those little joys and speak to them about them so you can fill them up as well. Whenever you're happy, they're going to be happy. That's just how partnership works. But whenever you're not happy, then you're going to make them unhappy, and then you're constantly unhappy. So try and fill each other's wells. Don't always be the person on the low. Always try and be up here, or at least even, there has to be balance. Find balance. Don't be the Debbie Downer all the time.
Exactly. And also, do not involve a third party in your marriage. And this is something I had to learn, very late in life. I'm not married, okay, in my relationships. And I used to be this person who would go and vent about my partner, things we are going through. There was always that one person I would call immediately. If something looks off, instead of talking to my partner about it, I'd be like on the phone with this girl, talking about it, painting my partner as a bad person.
A villain. Mm-hmm.
And eventually, because of what Duve Moja Chana now, I'm going to forgive my partner. But they're not. So it creates this situation where he's always wondering, why do your friends hate me? And it goes the same with your relatives. Don't be constantly telling your relatives what's going on in your marriage. Because when you forgive your partner, your relatives won't. Mm-hmm. And we have the same situation even in our family. There's this specific cousin, she came out, painted her husband as this horrible person who was cheating on her, yada yada yada. They forgave each other. They're out here, couple goes, blah, 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 going on vacation. But me personally, I hate that man completely because I know the things you have put my cousin through. So to see you even around family things, I won't even greet you. So it just you're going to forgive your partner, but your friends, your relative, relatives are not going to forgive your partners. You should be careful about that.
And you even can't expect them to do it because it's my feelings, my emotions. You've dispensed that on me. So I deal with my feelings and my emotions how I feel like I should. It shouldn't be dictated by you and your moods or whatever. Another thing that we've constantly said on here is you need to have healthy and regular communication. Like, even if you don't have time, try and schedule them. Some of these things, like sexual intercourse and communication, you need to schedule them sometimes because time just does not work in everyone's favor all the time. You realize you might go even a month without having a conversation. Why? He's busy. By the time you're not busy, he's you know, it keeps switching. You're busy, he's busy. Sometimes you're just tired. Sometimes you've just had, you know, weird emotions the whole day. You've been moody and you don't want to have a conversation at that moment in time. But once you try and start to schedule these conversations, it helps you also to give yourself time to think about your points. What am I going to say? This and this and this and this are the issues. By the time you get to that conversation, you're coming here clear-headed and you have facts and figures, and it is a conversation, not a rant. Yeah.
Exactly. And also, you should always make time to spend with your family. Don't be these people who got into a marriage and got married and isolated everyone else.
Ooh, child.
You know, your cousin gave birth, you've never seen that child.
Child.
You know, just remember to always spend time with your family. Don't isolate yourself because you're married, okay? Things go wrong.
Things fall apart sometimes, and even if they don't, it's still important for you to keep your family around. They've been there longer than your partner has been. That's been our show. If you've learned anything, let us know. You can catch us on our social media handles, and we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Kathobi Kathobi. Until tomorrow.
And my name is Turife. Catch me on social media for more.